Hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco is here with Raj, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, where
Hello,
I will
Jonathan.
admit, last time we saw that hints were starting to point to the reporter lady, and I was not expecting that. the second they,
Yeah,
the second they kind of started associating her with Lotta, I was like, oh god.
I don't want to look at her. I don't wish to know her.
No, because if she's associated with Lotta and Lotta appears, I might have to leave myself. Who is the one you should be pursuing? Mm. Nicole Swift, would you mind giving us your testimony?
Come on, it feels weird when you talk all formal like that. It's fine. I ain't got nothing to hide. It ain't like I stayed in one spot while I was recording. I was moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there. I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording. So quit making that scary face. It ain't what you think.
Miss Swift tape recorded a conversation between my colleagues, Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor.
Why would Nicole be lying? I mean, Nicole Swift is the assassin, pal. Y'all gotta be kidding me. I ain't done nothing like that.
Be that as it may, however, there's a contradiction in your testimony.
Huh? I don't reckon so, no, sir.
It appears I must reveal this contradiction with evidence.
Do you want me to read out the line again?
Yes, please.
It ain't like I stayed in one spot while I was recording.
You were moving around while you were recording. Why were you doing that?
Huh? What do you mean? Why?
Surely, when recording a speech, it is best to remain still.
That's. Well, you know the importance of covering a story from every angle. Girl, I wanted to convey the live and breathing event in print. Yes, sirree, you betcha.
If you were moving around, I doubt your tape would have picked up anything coherent.
Well, it's like I done said. Moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there.
Here and there. Could you be more specific? Such as the side you were on?
When I say here and there, it means just that. I was all about the place. You couldn't swing a dead cat in that crowd. You expect me to remember where I was?
Would you at least remember if it was the left or right side?
Left, I reckon.
The person in the photo is also on the left side. Is this just a coincidence?
I'm going to think. I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording.
So you're saying it is logical that you can't be seen in the photo?
Yep, I was near that prosecutor when his voice got recorded. But I reckon this picture must have been taken when I was far away, no doubt about it. Ain't nothing wrong here, as far as I can see.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying the photo and the recording were taken at different times?
Darn tootin', if it ain't about the equipment, it's all about the timing.
What if they were both taken at the same time? If I can
What
prove
if?
that, her entire testimony will collapse.
So quit making that scary face. It ain't what you think.
Scary face? The way I speak to others is not intended to come off across as intimidating. Really, Edgeworth? It's not?
It's not. AJ?
Well, you know what? I also have resting bitch face, so I can't
Same.
judge.
Then why don't you try relaxing a bit more? You make that face when you put all that tension in your brow. No matter what you do, always do it with a smile. Don't you agree?
I am searching for the criminal who attacked the president. This is no laughing matter. I can hear Callisto you laughing in the distance.
Said the prosecutor with a grin in his chin like the Cheshire Cat. End quote.
What fruitless nonsense. They should show her what a real scary face looks like.
Nicole seems rather aloof about all this. Still, she just doesn't seem like the kind of person to tell harmful lies.
I agree that she doesn't seem like a person with ill intent, but if that's the case, there must be something even worse troubling her. In any case, Miss Swift's movements have been recorded on that tape. Surely I have evidence that sheds some light on this. I would assume her recording.
Yeah,
Let's
it's got to be
see.
when she's like, there's no way it can be taken. It'll be the recording or the picture that shows that, what's his name? Payne is like actually speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'll be one of those two.
Josh is the crowd. He's deflating the rumors flying around. According to this probably this. Because she's narrating
Oh,
what
yeah,
the president
this
is
his fist in
doing.
the air. That'll be it, yeah.
Miss Swift, a reporter shouldn't lie.
I'm lying. I'm an honest journalist.
Perhaps, but there's no denying that the photo and the recording were taken at the same time.
That's so. And what makes you say that?
The truth lies in these photos. The photo could only have been taken at the same time as your recording. Which spot shows that this was taken at the same time as the recording?
Rat raised fist, baby.
Can you see the president with his fist raised in the air?
What about it?
Miss Swift, might we hear your tape one more time?
Nuh-uh. You ain't gonna hear a word the way you've been treating me.
Would you rather we charge you with obstruction of justice and seize it from you?
Fine, you win. I'm no match for you, Mr. Prosecutor.
The question is, during which part of his speech did the president raise his fist? No matter what sort of heinous criminal organization there is, I will not allow them to exist.
The president raises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch. Aha! Raises his fist straight from the horse's mouth, sir.
This tape was recorded at the moment the president raised his fist overhead.
Then that means Nicole not being in this photo is really strange.
Oh, but she is in the photo. Right here. The person in the red hood. It was you, Nicole Swift. Oh, that's cute.
You're the real assassin, aren't you, pal? That ain't so. I ain't never worn that red raincoat.
The red raincoat in question belongs to... The raincoat's owner is Mr. Doe. That much has been proven. You are wearing something else. A different red hood.
You mean there were two red hoodies, sir?
Mr. Doe's last testimony was true.
We didn't find any other red raincoats.
What Mr. Doe saw was a red hood, not a raincoat. Miss Swift, what was it you told us earlier about your parka?
Oh, you mean when I said I ain't worried about it getting all dirty? It's reversible, so all I gotta do is turn it inside out and
As I thought.
Mr. Edgeworth! The inside of her parka is red.
Indeed, and during the incident she was using that side.
What? Hey, pal, what's the big idea? You're wrong. I've been wearing it like this the whole day.
Well then, will you allow me to examine your parka?
What are you expecting to find?
We know it was raining prior to the president's speech. I believe you said earlier.
Well, I don't use raincoats or umbrellas. Come rain or snow, all I need is my trusty parka.
If you really didn't turn your parka inside out, then the inside should be dry.
Hang on a minute. I ain't taking off this heavy backpack and putting it back on again. Sorry, but can we do this another time? You think you can fool Mr. Edgeworth with that, Paul? No, she's just like me for real. Alright then, Paul. If we're really wrong, prove it. Show us the inside of the parka.
Oh my.
It wasn't me. I ain't no assassin.
Oh, man. At this point, I'm like, I think we were getting bamboozled by the lovely Mr. Dull.
Yeah. He's buggered off. Like, he's not there anymore.
Yeah. It's one of those weird situations where it's like, we already know he is an assassin, so it feels like he might be a red herring, but with how she's reacting, It's like, maybe not. Maybe it is just him. Miss Swift, if you wanted me to believe that, then you need to cooperate with us. Will you please tell us why you wore the red side of the parka?
I'm sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I have my reasons, honest. I'll tell y'all everything. Just quit bullying me. You shut up now.
Whose voice was that?
Hold on a sec. It's a little too early for the end game. Who's doing this voice? I just read out the question marks. Oh God.
Feel insulted by his tallness.
Yeah, it's just insulting at this point. Do you want me to do this voice?
I'll take him. Hey,
Okay, okay.
you in the fancy suit. Haven't you been jumping the gun ever since your opening move? This man was in Kay's photo. Whoa, I guess I should introduce myself first. My name is... Oh, that's nice. Glad to see you doing
Oh,
that.
Revolver Ocelot.
Jesus Christ. How... Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard.
I mean, look, the worst one they've ever had was Deid Mann, but like Horace Knightley's pretty fucking bad. Sorry for your curse words.
Second in command of his personal security unit.
Ah. Watch it, Paul. That's no a toy.
Oh, my bad. She wants to come out and play. I can't seem to help it. Why do you have a gun if you're not a police officer? She's a lady of Zheng Fo. Only the president's bodyguards are authorized to use it. Anyway, back to business. I've got some news for you. There's good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? It makes no difference to me. Do as you wish. You sure? I'm giving you the first move. He's calling you White Edgeworth. Alright, I got you. I'll start with my pawn. It seems you enjoy chess.
Well, what was your first hint?
You play too, Mr. Fancy Suit. It's Edgeworth, and I do have a fondness for chess. Is that so? Well then, Chess Master Edgeworth, I'll start with the good news. The president's safe. Not even a scratch on him.
Really? That's great, Paul.
It seems that the young lady was not a murderer after all.
Good for you, Nicole. But
Whoa there, don't forget. There's still the bad news. The president is safe because his bodyguards protected him. Actually, I had nothing to do with it. It was the leader who protected him. At the cost of his own life.
No, not Mr. Rook.
That would be the other bodyguard. Rook, was it? Yeah, that's right. Rook died to protect the president.
What?
Is that so? Rook is dead. What a shame.
That means Nicole.
She's like, I'm telling you, I didn't do shit! It means that the little lady killed him. My brother-in-arms.
I hate that the gun is like more high fidelity than the rest of the sprite. It is so distracting. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
No, it's okay.
That ain't true. I ain't a murderer.
Whoa there. Pipe down, little Miss Murderer. That's a face you can trust.
Yeah.
Geez, even if we had to make a sacrifice to protect the king. It was a pretty bad move. That castling.
Sacrifices and castles? What's he talking about, sir?
There are chess terms. He's saying Rook's life was exchanged for the president's.
This guy sure talks funny, sir.
Horace Knightley, was it? What do you want? I'd like to examine the victim's body as soon as possible. And if it's possible, I'd like to question the president. Sorry, but I can't let you do that. What? I've got another piece of news for you, and this one's a doozy. There's another piece of news. From here on out, this investigation will be handled by the Zhengfa police.
Is he back? Is he back?
What?
Oh, what's going on, pal?
This case is under our jurisdiction. You have no right to interfere. You're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? The president knows about you in solving the Yatagarasu case. I'm honored. That's why the chief prosecutor designated you to be in charge of the case. It seems the chief prosecutor made a little appeal to the president. But it looks like you're the wrong guy for the job. I didn't know you'd have this kind of reaction. It's the president's orders. If you oppose, you'll cause an international incident. Peace. Hey, little lady, get over here. We'll continue your questioning inside the president's plane.
No. I didn't do nothing.
Hey now, don't be a baby. You scared of a little Zhengfa justice? If you waving that gun around like that, yeah?
Mr. Prosecutor, please help me.
Miss Swift? It's clear that Miss Swift was the person in the red hood. However, that doesn't mean that the whole truth has been revealed.
I really didn't do it. Please believe me.
Is it really alright for it to end this way? All I see is a girl with eyes full of fear, pleading for help.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Certainly
tableau.
Certainly not someone who's committed a heinous crime. If I stand aside now and do nothing, the truth will be lost to the darkness. What? What the? You?
Silence. What the is an impolite way to greet someone. Your neck injury has yet to heal, and you've already forgotten.
No, not you! Not now!
It seems you've remembered.
Hey, what are you doing? Cut it out, pal! Oh, wrong usage. Oh. You've got some nerve to do that right in front of a detective and a prosecutor.
Up! Stay out of it! He's out of your league!
Mr. Doe, who on earth are you?
I am not merely a simple ice cream salesman.
What? He's a professional assassin. His name is Shelly the Killer. Shelly the Killer? There's no one in law enforcement who doesn't know the name the Killer. An assassin who will carry out any request without fail. He was once involved in a case I handled.
It's been a while, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Although I do believe this is our first face-to-face meeting.
The real assassin was you all along.
That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life.
I should have seen his face before in the case files. Curses! I was careless.
I I'm glad I hid a knife inside my bandage before I entered the park, even though my calculations were a little off.
A knife, not a gun.
Now, Mr. Knightley, shall we play that game you love so much? Of course, the stakes will be your life.
What are your demands?
I want you to relinquish investigative authority back to Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Investigative authority? What are you playing at?
I simply want you all to allow Edgeworth to continue his investigation.
Huh? That.
Oop, could you repeat that line?
Huh? Why do you want that?
Rook is an opponent who is connected to me by fate. I would like to discover the truth about his death. When that man died, the investigative authority was transferred to you. I am simply asking you to give it back to this prosecutor. With your life at stake, this really isn't the time to be stubborn.
Why, you're just using the investigation to get close to the president.
And what if I am? Indeed, in order to continue the investigation, it is necessary that we enter the president's plane.
As the leader of the president's bodyguards, I won't allow it.
Oh, I thought you were only second in command.
Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge.
I'm not sure if you're as capable as Rook was.
What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now.
Very well. In that case, please exercise judgment befitting of a leader. You can lose your life here needlessly, or you will allow the investigation to continue.
He's using the investigation as an excuse. Why would he go to all that trouble? What is this man thinking?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I trust you have no objections. Let us continue the investigation.
Mr. Ed, what should we do, sir?
Well, now we have no choice but to accept his proposal. At least we'll be able to investigate. But listen well, detective. Okay. I'll use the investigation to buy us time. Meanwhile, gather up all your men. Surround the president's plane so that he can't escape.
Right, roger that, sir.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you all for joining us and see you next time.
Cheery.